We need to know if you and your men pose a threat.
Baxley, if your mom's vagina were a video game, it'd be rated E for everyone.
I think you know what is on the ship. The ultimate predators.
Hi! Welcome to Amy Loves Bad Movies. I'm Amy. With me as always is
Josh.
Sorry, I guess I started speaking Xenu in anticipation of this alien-themed movie we're seeing tonight, Predator.
I don't think xenomorphs have anything to do with this.
I just said Xenu.
Okay, I don't think xenomorphs have anything to do with this. We're seeing Predator.
We're seeing Predator.
Is it Predator or Predators? Because there's multiple Predators in it, looks
No,
like.
Predators is the Robert Rodriguez movie, which is the closest thing to a good Predator movie, in my opinion. That, and then Alien vs. Predator, if you count that.
Plus it had Danny Trejo in it, so...
Yeah,
Danny
that
Trejo
automatically makes it a better
good.
movie. Oh, yeah.
There's a strange looking... It looks like a fucking Predator dog. Did you see that in the trailer?
Yeah.
Am I losing my fucking mind?
No, you're not losing your mind. I don't remember.
Shit.
No, but you know what?
Whatever.
I'm probably going to get some shit for saying this, but there's no such thing as a good Predator movie, okay? We all know they're dumbass movies. The first one had Schwarzenegger running around as a commando with mud smeared all over him. Chasing a fucking alien, okay? These movies have always been dumb. Now here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for fun. I just want to have fun while watching this.
Well.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see the movie.
Yeah, I think that's about it. That's about all there is to say. So we'll be right back and we'll let you know whether or not it checks the fun box.
Probably with a whole scene change because we're trying to do this real quickly. Anyways, bye!
Bye.
Good. What's the big one, Doc? Is that like the mail?
And we're back.
Hi. Oh,
That was
we actually have some decent lighting over here.
Right?
I don't even have to
that
turn
never
these
happens,
on.
right? So, that was a big dumb movie. I loved it.
Guys. Yeah, no, every once in a while I'd be like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then the very next thing I go,
That was dumb.
okay, that's really dumb.
What makes it work on the level that it works is they got a really good cast. And they're pulling it off. What are you doing the eyebrows for?
I just have an analogy, but anyways.
No,
let's
go
keep
for it.
going
Well,
about the movie.
what's the analogy? Let me in.
I kind of want to save the joke.
Are you going to let me know when you're going to say the joke, or?
The cast is pretty good.
Yes, the cast is great.
And you can tell there's some decent jokes in there. I like the when the female scientist, I have no idea what her fucking name is.
No, I couldn't tell you any of the characters' names.
Nope.
However, they were still very likable and well-rounded. I just can't tell you their names because they don't really say their names a lot. It's like in passing.
I did like that they kind of did the this is the end joke about the a bunch of guys with a girl in a close living situation that it can feel a little bit rapey.
Yeah,
they
there
did
was
that
a couple
joke.
of things, but you know what they did show the guys going out of their way to try and make her more comfortable.
Yeah, so
which was actually kind of cool.
I feel like Shane Black actually saw that joke and was like, I kind of want,
Yeah.
like, the situation is very similar. I'm going to make a similar joke. So they try to, like, they put a bunch of, like, treats within arm reach of her. She's been recently tranked, and she's, like, trying to wake up. And they're like, all right, so she's going to, like, have some snacks and everything within reach. And instead she goes straight for a gun. This movie's a clusterfuck.
Oh, no. It's not a good movie. Like I said before,
No.
there are no good Predator movies, but I think this does fall under the category of a fun Predator movie. I would willingly watch this again.
I would not.
Really? I had fun.
It was so much of a mess. There are random shots in the movies that lead to nothing. The editors must have had... I think they were drunk when they edited it, because there are literally shots that lead to nothing. There are constant shots going, the dog is fine. But there are a lot of dogs in this movie.
There are.
A lot of fucking dogs.
There are a lot of dogs.
At one point, there's
like
a lot of dog glorification.
Dogs are a theme, and then another theme is mental disorders, and like almost every character has something going on in their head. There's actually a pretty cool character with the kid.
It's not exactly portrayed well.
You know what?
Not the best. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that with the limited time they were given, portraying them as people first and disorders second was good.
Okay.
Especially with the kid. The kid he's on the spectrum, and that is a big part of his character, but it's not the entirety of his character. You can see that he also likes games, he likes a bunch of other stuff, and he has that sort of coming-of-age thing going on where he's a little bit more closed in the beginning, but he does kind of have a little bit better, he becomes a little bit more confident with himself before the end. So I thought, at least having a character arc and not having him just be the kid who stutters the whole movie, which usually happens with kids being portrayed as on the spectrum. They just kind of like make sounds, or they don't talk, or they point ominously, especially in sci-fi movies like this.
Oh, that's true.
So I thought his portrayal was maybe not the best, but better than I've seen in other films. And a troop of soldiers who all have something fucked up in their head because of what they've been through, especially with the warrior analogy with the Predator. That's pretty good.
Good point.
So that theme I thought was pretty well done. Now, that does not excuse the cluster of editing problems and story plot holes and things coming and going without making any sense. But that's a Predator movie.
There was a moment I forgot that Theon was in this movie. Like,
yeah.
You could tell
He
when
comes
he
back.
just was not available for shooting that day.
Yeah, you can tell when when the Game of Thrones schedule took over and he needed to go.
Yeah. And he just suddenly, he's back. It's like, oh, okay, hey, I don't even know if he died. I guess it's implied that he died, but...
It's implied. He is missing a good chunk of his body.
You can survive without your arm. Darth Vader taught us that.
But you know what? I don't think it was just his arm. I think it was
Oh
his
my
arm
God.
and part of his body. But here's the other thing. The gore is completely unrealistic in this.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even say this is a scary movie. I would say it's a black comedy / action film.
It's super violent, but even then, it's just...
It's cartoonishly
It's
super violent.
a lot of juvenile Saturday morning cartoon, grandiose heroics sort of stuff.
Which I like. It's one of those movies where, and I think that's why you're having trouble with it, you have to not think as much as possible. If you're not thinking, this movie is a lot more enjoyable. If you pause at all to think about anything that's going on, it will not make sense.
There are moments where it's like, yeah, I'm having fun, and then something just gobsmacks me, and I'm like, God damn it.
Well, this movie, by the way, is just one big climax after another. It does not take any time to like slow down, and when it does, it's not for very long at all.
This is not Mission Impossible where they take a moment to be like, oh hey, let's recollect on this. And instead it's just go, 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 go. And it leaves a lot to be like, okay, who's what, why? By the way, speaking of Star Wars references, that fucking opening, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the opening, I said, you get your first laugh within the first few, well, the first laugh is the font they chose for the title. That's the first laugh. Over a galaxy background, that could have been, like, a Facebook filter or something. You know how you can put, like, posts and they have pictures in the background? That's what it looked like. Yeah. The second laugh, for me, was the second these two ships blasted on and they were like shoot, like they did the Star Wars opening.
It was Star Wars.
It was Star Wars.
It was Star Wars.
And guess who's playing Princess Leia? The Predator. Our Predator. Oh, there's two Predators in here.
Why is it called the Predator if there's two Predators?
Right.
It's dumb.
There's the Predator,
also,
and then there's the other Predator, the big motherfucker.
Also, there's two Predator dogs, and it doesn't make any sense. And one of them is apparently friendly with the people who shot him in the face.
They shot him in the head, and I think it's implied that the dog got lobotomized, and then was just kind of friendly with the first person he kind of like saw.
I was still so fucking gobsmacked by how stupid that is.
Mm-hmm. But you know what?
Whatever.
They were cute little puppers, and I would totally get a plushie of a Predator dog. I would totally spend money on that because they were cute. That might not be what they wanted, but they were adorable.
And then there was such a non-ending.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
They kill the Predator. They keep saying, "Oh, there's something on the ship. We need to get that thing on the ship." And
it gets blown up. Oh, it was jettisoned. Yeah.
Yeah, we
sure.
saw that. Well, no, it was established in the opening that something jettisoned out of the ship.
Oh, right, yeah.
So when the whole time they were worried about it being on the ship, I was like, wasn't it jettisoned? In the back of my head, I'm like, it was jettisoned at the beginning. So this is a wild goose chase. So when are they going to figure out that it got jettisoned? And nobody figured out it got jettisoned.
Yeah, at a certain point, there's just fighting for the sake of fighting.
Yeah.
There's no real rhyme or reason to any of it.
What I think the worst part for me is when the first Predator is killed by the other Predator. Because then I was like, oh. Because the first Predator in this, he was the best character in the movie. You were kind of rooting for him to kill all these, like, they set him up as assholes previously, so it's fine. So all these asshole, very throwaway characters, he's like killing them in cool, interesting ways, and he had a lot of personality in his body and in his movements and stuff. All had like some great personality to it. And then he's killed by the giant motherfucker, who, by the way, is announced Jurassic Park style by him stomping around outside and you hearing like thuds. That was confusing because I didn't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, it was something like, oh, hey, he's really big. He's not that big. Oh, okay, it's the bigger one. And it's the Predators thing where the bigger ones hunt the smaller ones or some shit like that.
Well, no, apparently Predator A, which was the first one, Predator A was apparently a traitor. They don't go into why he's a traitor or whatever, but somehow he's like an activist predator who wants to protect the human race from their extinction or something. So he brings this MacGuffin pod, to Earth to help us. Just the one, by the way. Like, it's not like he's bringing an army of these. I'm not going to spoil it right now. It's a suit. It's a mech suit that looks like the Predator.
That they reveal at the very end, and it's so dumb looking.
It's like if the Marvel extra ending was the real ending. But I don't know. Overall,
I just remembered how the evil bad guy human died. It's by getting distracted and blowing his own head off with one of the shoulder cannons. It literally happens in a second, and if you blink, you completely miss it. I was still in shock after that happened. I was like, is that seriously how he goes out?
Yeah.
So the allegory.
So the allegory.
After pointless character deaths, a lot of worship about dogs and nonsensical stuff. A lot of military jargon, everything like that. A lot of hand-wavy techno-babble sort of shit.
Yeah.
A really cool, badass like nerd basement. By the way, I saw the Penny Arcade references, like original Penny Arcade stuff.
A lot of Penny Arcade, like that whole
The older
basement was awesome.
Yeah, the older stuff when they were like still like weird, slender, curvy lines. Anyways.
Not only that, yeah, the kids, basically the kids' gamer basement actually looked like a legit gamer basement. There's so good detail.
This really reminded me of DBZ Brawley.
What?
That's what I was getting the entire time. It's so cool, but it's so dumb.
Oh, it's Broly.
It's Broly.
Okay.
It's Broly. That's what the big predator is. The big predator is fucking Broly to me.
Hey, what's your power level? Mine's pretty big.
What's your power level? That's pretty big. My power level is maximum. And everyone dies, giving your spirit energy to the dude, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's
You're
cool,
right.
but
it
it's
makes
dumb.
It funnier though.
And he's going to blow everything up, but then he's not. Fuck. God damn it. There are so many cool moments in this movie, but then it gets really fucking stupid.
So, your enjoyment of this movie is going to depend on how much shit you're willing to put up with for it. And I'm a fan of the Predator series. So I'm cool with this.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad movie. I enjoyed maybe 30% of the movie. The rest, I was just like, oh, okay.
I don't even remember the trailers, to be honest with you. The Carnival Horror one, Carnival of Fear. Hellfest.
That actually looks...
It looks fun.
Looks a little schlocky, but also I like the visual style for it.
Yeah.
And plus, they have a good angle. So
that should be fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't remember the other trailer. What Men Want? The spiritual sequel to What Women Want? Probably not gonna see that one. Maybe I'll catch it on Netflix. Yeah, just not my bag. Not my thing.
Passive. That might... just, no.
And it's not even that I, object to it or anything. It's just... I just don't have an interest.
I didn't even like the original. It was dumb.
So, pass on that.
Just...
And I think that was it for the trailers. Anything else not coming to mind. The next movie I want to see that I'm excited about will be the Halloween movie that's coming out. Because I want to see Laurie Strode kick some ass. Because I love Jamie Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis. So that'll be fun. Alright. It's late at night. I'm tired. He's tired.
I'm having DBZ abridged Vegeta modes. He's so cool, but he's so dumb. I'm stuck. Ah!
Bye, guys.
Don't go see Predator. Don't go see The Predator. There's 2 of them. It's false advertisement.